George Walker. I live in Shifnal. I've lived here for just over 20 years. I came here from Birmingham. But this is a much better place to live, in my opinion. Not long after I'd come here, I was doing craft shows and listening to other musicians, and I felt that I wanted to join in. And the easiest instrument I could find to play was the melodeon, which is my main instrument now. And I first started playing with a Morris dance side, just dancing Morris music, which is an old traditional English music. And it has a fine beat. So I'm drawn towards playing music with a good beat. And I found that to work in the streets is really good fun, because you can change people's attitude by the type of music that you play. So playing bouncy music gets people bouncy and happy, and they come and they talk to you, and people tell you their problems, and they tell you their secrets, and they tell you all about their family and the things that have happened to them, and it's a really good communication, and I really enjoy meeting people like this. In Shifnal we have festivals. This year we did our first proper music festival since 1910. So it's like 100 years since we did one. And lots of musicians, dancers, poets, all across the spectrum, people came to perform here. And I have some still shots, but there's very, very few video shots. I don't think anyone bothered to video anything. And unfortunately my video camera is broken and it needs some repair. So I might have a word with Mr. Z, because he knows everybody. Came with his drums and he drummed through the poet session, and that really added something to the night. I've got some pictures of Mr. Kakomo, and you'll see those later on in this film. The other things that we do here is things for the community. We run something called Flicks in the Sticks, where we show main feature films in our village hall. We now have our own projector and our sound system and seats for up to 300 people, but by law we should only have 200 people. But sometimes we have to squeeze people in and make the walls go out a little so that we can get more people in. This is when I first had the frog band, when I'd first made it, and a friend had already given me a lot of help, and the frogs were just kept like this without a background, so I felt it would be better to turn it into a kind of a theatre. Wherever we went, people, newspapers seemed to follow me to take pictures. Amy Douglas is a professional storyteller, and she uses this picture on her CV now. This is when I put a background on the frogs and turned it into a theatre, so it became more of a presence for people to see. So you can see the difference between this picture without a background and this one where it becomes a theatre. And there's me playing my music live to the public.
هذا الصباح سوف نأخذكم في زيارة لمدينة شيفنو، حيث يوجد متجر صغير بتشوبتشير، هذا البلد الجميل الذي يقع في غرب ميدلاند. شيفنول هو متجر البلدة القديم، كما أنه مذكور في كتاب يوم القيامة عام 1086. في شيفنول يوجد عدة منازل كما أنها حديثة المظهر، لأن هذا البلد راح يكبر مع مرور السنوات، وحيث نجد منازل إليزابيث التي بنيت في القرن السادس عشر، وكذلك الحضارة الفيكتورية، لذا نستطيع الاستمتاع بجمال الحضارة. وبحيث تم فتح خط السكة سنة 1847 وما زال موجود إلى يومنا هذا، هنا يمكن أن تروا كنيسة القديس أندروس. من جهة أخرى البنك مهدى إلى الأب غراهام، وهو آخر قديس للكنيسة. إنهم مجتمع دائم الانشغال، فهم يقومون بالفلاحة مما يعطيهم مظهرا صحيا وجميلا. كذلك إن هؤلاء الناس لم ينسوا ولم يبخلوا بتوفير فضاء ممتع لصغارهم، فقد جعلوا منتزها مخصصا للأطفال حيث يمضون وقتا ممتعا ومسليا. أما بالنسبة للبالغين فهناك مكان مخصص لهم أيضا، ألا هو مدرسة إدزول، بحيث يخدمون الشيفنول والمناطق المجاورة. فالشيفنول هي البلدة المركزية الصغيرة.